All right, so I wanted to create a very quick video which basically explains what's happening right now in the landscape of YouTube. Because if you're interested in starting a YouTube automation channel, you need to have this information, or else you will very, very likely fall into the trap of positioning yourself in the wrong niche with the wrong style of editing and an execution which is just going to leave you draining your money and not ever seeing the fruitfulness that YouTube automation can bring, right? So I'm going to share with you this channel here, but what I want to get at is many people are, first of all, listening to the wrong people and not doing the right and precise kind of research to understand what's actually working now and what's not working, because there is such thing as market saturation, right? And so you need to know, you need to prepare yourself to understand, is the niche that I'm going into too saturated? Is it too competitive? And if so, is it worthwhile getting into it? And if I do get into it, how can I come into it with a level of sophistication, which I can now permeate that niche in a very sophisticated way? Because if you don't do this kind of research, if you don't come at it treating this thing like a business, then you very well will not succeed, right? So think about the fact that you have, all these different lemonade stands. Okay, so you have this like lemonade stand here and a lemonade stand here and a lemonade stand here and a lemonade stand here. All right, you are going to try and put a lemonade stand here. It's going to be very, very difficult if you have only the same kind of stuff, if it's the same lemonade. But if you come into this and now you have lemonades or a lime stand, let's say, now you've created something that's unique. You have a USP, a unique selling point, something that's different, something that helps you stand out from the flood of lemonade stands, and which you don't want, right? So yes, it's good to go where there's competition. We want to understand that the market has demand, right? If you go into something that doesn't have any competition, that's actually not good. If you try and get into a niche and say, well, I've never seen anyone do this before, very, very likely it's actually a very bad sign. Most times it's a very, very bad sign. And so what we want to do is look for something that has demand. So there's obviously supply and demand. Look at the demand and look at the supply. So if the demand is very, very high, that's a really good point. If the supply is also super, super high, that's not a very good metric to have, all right? So how do we actually permeate a niche that is difficult, that is saturated, that is competitive? Well, like I mentioned, there's always a thing called market saturation. This is when something is actually very fruitful. If there's a lot of life and a lot of lemon to be squeezed in that niche and in that industry, it's obviously going to become eventually quite competitive, quite saturated, and permeated. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad niche. It just means you have to look at it a little bit differently. So how can you innovate this niche? This is what we call market sophistication. So the whole name of this video is literally just how to sophisticate any saturated market. All right, so I'm going to show you guys one example, but hopefully this lesson can teach you how you can transfer the same philosophy into other niches. All right, so let's begin by showing you what this actually looks like. So first of all, I'm going to show you, there's one channel, one of my students' channels that's literally been able to do now $500, $600 days just by doing the most simple of simple videos. He's gone into something that's very competitive, but he's actually found a way through because he's sophisticated it in the way that he approaches the actual videos themselves. All right. So let me show you a great example. All right. Here's this channel called Primate Economics. Love these videos, but they've essentially tapped into one of the most competitive yet lucrative niches that exist, which is finance. All right. Financial education. If you, as a beginner, go ahead and try and post a video about what is inflation, what are stocks, what's market shifts. If you go ahead and just try and post a traditional faceless video with stock imagery and all this stock videos, you will fail miserably. Not only will you have wasted your time, your money, but also a lot of motivation, because you'll also be very, very keen, very excited to post these videos, and it will just go nowhere. Nobody will ever watch them. They will never surface YouTube. But if you take a different angle, a different approach to these videos, you likely will see results like this. So this is the level of research that it takes to understand how to actually permeate a niche, right? So what this person has done is they've taken a very competitive niche with a very competitive style of editing and combined them together, which now permeates the niche at large and creates something completely new. It's a new branch of finance. It's a new iteration of financial education. So it's the same concept, but delivered in a new and unique way. And simple explainer videos tend to do very, very well because number one, they're simple. Number two, they educate the user. Number three, they also do happen to entertain at the same time, which taps into the whole edutainment, which is a combination of entertainment and education. And it's just really, really new and unique. And so you can take a topic that's just probably been done a million times over, but combining it with a new style of editing all of a sudden you've permeated this niche. So let me play just a couple seconds. I don't want to get hit with copyright, but I'll play just a couple seconds. You can see what it's actually like.
If monkeys have one banana, banana rare, banana valuable. But if monkeys grow more bananas, banana become common.
So super simple, as if it's basically explained to a toddler. Okay. That's all it is. All right. Very, very simple videos, but extremely effective in the way that they're delivered. Now, breaking this down, it's actually very simple. Like, think about the script and everything. It's so simple. You don't have to have any like advanced script writing skills. You can use simple ChatGPT. The execution of this couldn't have been easier. It couldn't have been any easier. They have almost like basically 1.5 million views in 2 videos in their first month of operating the channel. Why? Because it's unique, it's intuitive, it hits a lot of points, and it delivers just so incredibly well. And so to find an editor to do this, you can literally go onto Fiverr. I'll show you right now. So you can go to 2D animation. You'll find so many different people here that can create remarkable videos for not that expensive. Like, it actually can be quite expensive. It can be around $30 to $40 to $50 per minute. Yes. But also you'll find plenty of people that can do it for like $10 to $15 per minute. And with these people, if you look at this specific channel right here, they're only doing between 2 to 4 minute videos, right? So if it's $10 a minute, this video then only costs between $20 to $30 for the entire video. And this one was like $40 to $50, right? That's actually not that bad, because you can do the entire script with ChatGPT. You could do the voiceover with 11 Labs. You could do the thumbnail easily with ChatGPT, again, for the same subscription cost. And the video itself would have only cost you literally like $30 to $40. And you can even, to be honest, you can even do it yourself with AI. There's lots of videos out there on how to create this full thing for free, basically, like with a $20 subscription with ChatGPT, the whole thing. So when it comes to YouTube, this doesn't have to be this thing that is just this money pit. It really could be, if you look at it in a way where you can take something that's already working really, really well and combine it with a new style or a different style or a proven style of execution, like the editing and stuff, you can basically permeate most niches. And so I'll show you guys some more examples as well for this, but this is hopefully going to shed a lot of light. And from here, you can kind of extrapolate this concept and how you can use it in many other niches. You could go into so many other ones. All right. So now let me break down another example of how people are doing this in many other niches. All right. So here we have Bound. This is one of the most commonly talked about channels. Now, huge disclaimer. If somebody is still teaching you to do Bound in this way with animals, run away. Don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. Don't do the animals. All right. They're already been done a million times over. They will not surface the internet. You might get lucky with 1 or 2 videos, but you're not going to have a consistent income. This person has already doubled down on videos, and other channels as well have doubled down on videos. You're not going to permeate this niche at all. Now, what's interesting is you can take this concept and you can bring it into other niches. Why it sucks to be ... doesn't have to be limited to animals. Now, I've also seen some people do it with like mutants. Let me show you another channel here. So there's superheroes as well. So you can do all the superheroes, all the villains. Now you've basically taken a concept and you've transferred it into other niches, other genres, right? But let's go further. Look at this channel right here. So basically, they've been posting a lot of football content, which has been working like pretty well. But look at this right here. Why it sucks to be a quarterback. If you search this topic, there's no other videos. Why it sucks to be a quarterback. There's nothing else. Literally nothing else. This is the only video, all right? Then we go into this one. Brand new channel. Why it sucks to be a pitcher. Literally, no one's ever done it. And this is a brand new channel where you can see the views are not that remarkable, but they've done 100,000 views basically in 10 days on a brand new channel, which just proves to you that you can take something that's already saturated or overdone in some other niche and you can transfer it over to a new niche and see success. And that's actually the way that all the big players are doing it. You've seen so many massive YouTubers that are just taking concepts and buckets, we call them, from other niches and transferring them into this niche or their respective niche, right? And here's the key. I'm going to show you guys something else. You don't even have to have 2D animations. If you look at Bound, these are phenomenal, like really well done 2D animations. Like I showed you, you can go to Fiverr. You can even do it in a much different way like these guys have done it. I'll show you. I'll show you. It's actually insane the kind of results they're getting, which really doesn't require any skill at all, to be honest. You can get this done for like $10, the whole video, or you can even do it yourself.
You've been under center since elementary school recess, when you started slinging the rock to impress Katie in 2nd grade. You called plays at the rec center like you were 2004 Peyton Manning.
So this is very, very different than the traditional 2D animation. There's no animation here. It's literally just a couple snippets of videos, tiny, tiny snippets of videos, and the rest are just images that are done through ChatGPT, made Studio Ghibli, which is the animation style, the cartoon style, and that's it. And then like, honestly, a very underwhelming script. Voiceover is like pretty okay, and that's it. So this could have been done at home by a beginner, and it literally converted to 177,000 views in 2 weeks. So the concept itself is working very well. Even the execution, because the topic style is so good, the bucket is so good, you don't even have to come at it with the craziest editing. This right here just shows me that anybody can come into YouTube with as little experience as possible and still do exceptionally well, because you don't have to have these 2D animation editors. You don't have to have anything. You just have to know where to look. If you position yourself in the right place at the right time, like right now, Why It Sucks is the time, and then you have to find the right place, which is what kind of execution would you have? Would it be supervillains? Would it be heroes? Would it be presidential figures? Would it be specific parts of the game, right? What could it be, like the running back, the goalie, the whatever? Finding your own kind of subsection of that genre, of that bucket, is how you permeate. But you have to understand which buckets are working. This is all about timing. YouTube is all about timing. This is the time for this. So if you really want to get in now, capitalize, make a bunch of money, you just have to follow this video. Literally, just this is the concept. So I'm not going to show you guys in this video how to create these videos. If you guys want, let me know in the comment section below. I'll create an entire video on how to make a Why It Sucks to Be Born as a whatever. I'll make it. I'll show you guys everything step by step, but not this video. I just want to show you guys and teach you guys how to actually look at YouTube and treat it like a business, to understand the analytical side. Okay. So some more example. Let's go into it. We have, for example, this thing as well. All right. This is something that worked really, really well in the past, and then it kind of slowed down, which is like the paint explainer. All right. So every ... explained in 9 minutes, every ... explained in 9 minutes. Right. So this still kind of works, and you can kind of still, again, incorporate this style of video with something else. You can go into Star Wars, every Star Trooper explained in 8 minutes. You can go to Lord of the Rings, every ... explained in 8 minutes. So now taking this style of content, but now finding a new tangent for it to actually execute on, right? A new division. And that's the whole key, is this is saturated. Every mental disorder explained in 8 minutes. Every type of job explained in 8 minutes. It's been done so many times. It's not going to work. But if you find a new tangent of it, if you find a new way to execute that same niche in a unique way, you can permeate it. You absolutely can. And imagine now you're using Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or Star Wars. Now you're leveraging power names, right? Power figures. So when you leverage a power figure, the search ranking, it ranks already higher. There's authority. People see the resonance. They know Star Wars. They know Lord of the Rings, and they're interested in that topic. So you can kind of tap in. This is a really, really good way to do it. So actually this channel here, they're doing literally Star Wars with stick animation. So stick animation is a great strategy, great niche, but it's quite difficult on its own. It's quite saturated. But then you combine it with another great one, which is Star Wars, and boom, within like 6 months, we got $6,500 a month. This is easily trading for 10K a month, which is a ridiculous amount to make off of a freaking stickman channel. All right. So now we have another one, which is Bibble. This is same thing, Why It Sucks, but now they've gone into religion. So now they're doing, I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing all the religious figures. Why it sucks to be Moses, why it sucks to be Jesus, why it sucks to be the prophets, whatever it is. Beautiful videos. All right. So they're only 4 minutes long. Again, if you're doing $15 per minute, times 4, it's not going to be that expensive. You can literally do this thing for less than around $40 to $60 for an entire video. And these are the videos that go off and do millions and millions of views, right? Is it worthwhile? Ask yourself, is it worthwhile to invest $50 in a video when you'll make not 50, but 500 or 5,000 or $15,000 off of one video? That's how good the niche is. Like, that's how much conviction you should have in spending money on this kind of content when you see that the trajectory is so high. When a brand new channel with 4 videos, one video is going to pop off and get 100,000 views, and it sucks. Like, it literally sucks. This one, the extra innings one, is the same thing with the ChatGPT, Studio Ghibli, awful editing.
Like, you're not about to throw up from adrenaline, and just like that, you're a big leaguer.
No offense to the owner of the channel, but awful execution, but beautiful execution at the same time. He just found a missing link, right? He found something that was missing in the market and filled that gap. It's all about finding the gaps, filling the gaps, and that's exactly what he did. So beautiful execution in terms of finding that opportunity and seizing it, versus many people that just see it and then they'll watch someone else just take action instead of them. Don't be the person that you see take action. See a video like this and go and take action. Find a gap and then fill that gap with a video for yourself. All right. Now, the last two examples I'll show you is, again, taking buckets from one channel and using it in something else. All right. You have something like this, which is a gaming channel. I've showed this channel before. They've been around for 8 years, literally 8 years, posting consistently. And the topics have not changed. All right. So how good was ... actually? How good was ... actually? How good was ... actually? Fast forward to latest. We look at this right here, all right? How amazing is ... actually? How great is ... actually? How good was ... actually? They're still doing it literally 8 years later. Hundreds of millions of views later, they're still doing the exact same videos, same topics, because it's a bucket that works. It's proven to work. So boom, I've seen this now in so many different niches. If you literally look at it now, it's not how good, it's how bad. But same idea. It's the exact same concept. How good was ... actually? How bad was ... actually? Right? How good was ... actually? This is that's how YouTube works. You find something that's working, you transfer it over to a new niche. That's how you permeate and find new niche ideas. You need to do the research. This is what proper niche and topic research consists of, is not just looking at your own niche. If you have a basketball channel, don't just look at basketball channels. And then the last thing I'll show you is something like this. All right. There's a channel called Pexto, and what they do, a big thing they do is they take specific like influencers, streamers, whatever, and then they like compile them in different ways. So most controversial, where are these players today, which streamers have their legacy. But most important one is this: most hated versus most loved. This topic is working incredibly well. So for example, I have a student that's in like the motocross niche, or like the more like adrenaline sports niche. And I said, okay, we'll do most hated versus most loved surfers, most hated versus most loved motocross players, most hated versus most loved drifters, whatever it is. You can basically take something like this from another channel and put it into yours in so many different niches, and almost most niches, like most hated versus most loved animals, for God's sake. It works time and time again because it's already proven to work. So test this kind of stuff on your channel. Don't be afraid to test. Maybe it flops, maybe it doesn't. And by the way, if a video flops, it doesn't necessarily mean that the topic is bad. Your execution might have been bad. Your thumbnail might be bad. Your title might be bad. The video might just be garbage. It doesn't necessarily mean the video is not good. And don't just look at one video that you post, which didn't work out, and use that as the precedent of whether you should keep doing more. So if you failed one video, it doesn't mean that it's not working. You need a bigger sample size, at least 2, 3, 4, 5 videos posted. Use that data, and then from there, you can then further make a better educated decision on whether you should do more. But guys, I wanted to just create this quickly to really just give insight, because again, you see all these videos online of people, oh, go to this niche, do this, and you're just kind of like blindly jumping in. And maybe you do that with my other videos where I talk about niches, but I do my research, and I make sure that if I do advise somebody on something, I do feel like I have a lot of confidence behind that before I go out and make a video. So it's not only just about copying what's out there and just watching all these YouTube videos all day and finding a new niche and jumping from this one to that one to this one. It's about understanding how YouTube works at large, how the algorithm works, and how you can make much more well-thought decisions because you actually understand YouTube on a much deeper level. And when you begin to understand how YouTube works, what it wants, and how it thinks, you can then go and make much more educated, data-driven decisions in which you can find yourself in an incredible niche, executing it within the first 3, 4, 5 videos, you're going viral. That's what everybody wants. That's why we're here, right? You don't want to be having to spend 20, 30, 50 videos before you start seeing some success. So guys, a bit of a rant video. There's not much to this. It's just information. I hope you guys enjoyed these kind of videos as well. If you want more information on how to execute YouTube at large, I've literally created a massive, it's a mini course, but it's massive course for free in my school community. I'll leave it first link in the description. Join there. We also do 2 free calls every single week. As you can see, you can come in here, ask your questions. I respond to everyone. You have a full classroom with a ton of different content, breakdowns, walkthroughs, audits. We even have all the YouTube videos here, a 3-day masterclass that I recorded, all that. But more importantly, we literally go live twice a week for free. It's awesome. The rooms are filling up literally every single week, more and more. We have like 5 or 10 more people every single week. And so the rooms are just getting really, really large, and they're full of great questions. We auditing channels, auditing video ideas. People are asking me questions. I'm doing very high level technical analysis on YouTube. So if you're really interested in understanding YouTube on a much deeper level, so you can make much more educated decisions that are very high level, then this is where you want to be, especially since I don't actually charge $1 for this community. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. If you want to see more videos like this and just more information drops, just let me know in the comment section below. But if you want to see anything else, if you want me to break down things, you want to show exactly how to create the why it sucks to be whatever niche and how to actually create those videos, I'm more than happy to. But just let me know in the comments. I do ask you guys for your feedback on what you want to see, so I can just make things that you want versus what I want, because that's what I'm here for, is to serve you guys. I'm not just going to create stuff that I want to post. I want to do it for you guys so that I can make sure that I'm just spending your guys' time wisely. If you're watching my content, that you're actually going to get the most out of it. So enjoy the rest of your day, and best of luck with the channels. If you need anything, you know where to reach me. There's also a link to book a call one-on-one if you want to work with me there as well. I look forward to chatting with you guys later.